Welcome viewers. I, Dr. Sanjoli from AIMS Jammu, welcome you all again in conversation with one of the delegates from the Monash University, Professor Glen Croy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir is an associate professor and an award-winning educator and researcher based in the Department of Management. Sir, with the theme of lean, green and digital hospitals, based on the green hospitals, what is sustainable health and how is it different from the first and second generations?
That's a very good question. So first we talked about green hospitals as the first generation. And we see green hospitals within 4 different areas. One is the buildings and the construction and their design. Second is through the procurement. Third is through the processes and operations of the business. And fourth is about waste. So we see hospitals implementing practices to become more sustainable and more environmentally friendly across those 4 areas. So that's the first generation. The second generation is what we see as a movement from just looking after the hospitals being more environmentally friendly to being more engaged with the sustainable health of the population. And so what that often needs is a transformation in the health system, moving our health more in a decentralised manner, which means moving more out into the community. But at the same time, what it means is that the population is educated to be more healthy, and so when they come into a hospital like AIMS Jammu, that it is for the tertiary acute care that they'll need rather than for primary care or for minor issues.
Yes. So how do you recommend or how do you want to advise that? How do we manage the waste and what are the systems coming up for their management?
So waste management within hospitals is a very difficult challenge because we have multiple streams of waste. We have our medical waste, we have our hazardous waste, and we've got processes in place and rules and policies which are needed to be followed, and they do need to be followed. But hospitals create a large range of waste, from the food, from the organics, but also through, for example, when they're talking today in the discussion about gloves, for example. What we're talking about with the waste is waste minimisation, so we want to have less coming out of the system, and to do that often we work backwards through that system to identify where are the key challenge points for waste, and from those key challenge points where we can implement actions, and those actions look to reduce use, to make sure that the use is for longer or we have better use of the products, more efficiency and effectiveness, so that we can reduce the waste coming out at the end. And part of that is this model called circular economy.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for giving us such an important information and taking out time from the so hectic workshop and talking to us. Last but not the least, I would like you to give a brief message to our viewers, a little bit about the waste management, which they can do at their end so that they can reduce this burden.
First, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you and to your viewers.
Yes.
To reduce waste for the viewers, the first point is to reduce what's coming into the household or coming into your life in the first place. So part of that is what we call refusal. If we don't need something, refuse it. And we can refuse things like single-use plastics. We can refuse things like additional products and things that we do not need. So reduce, refuse are 2 practices which I think are going to be very useful in the household.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great stay at it.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.